We're thrilled to have you with us from Denton, Texas, Apache Stadium. Early season momentum at stake here as we have a Week 2 clash here on EA Sports College Football. The Rebels will kick off first, and here we go. He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Mean Green offense will take the field, and they'll get this thing underway. And they have no problem making this transfer.
He's a very special talent at running back, and in the future it'll be interesting to see if he sticks around. Obviously, it's a long season, a long way to go. He's got a lot of ability. He's got speed, he can break tackles, he can catch the football. No question this year, this guy is going to be the whole key to the offense.
He is, and I tell you what, to watch him this...
Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, North Texas. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
Man, these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. So UNLV's offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. And after that performance last week, Jesse, it'll be interesting to see if they can get the big tight end as involved as he was a week ago.
He really did, and he was good out in the field. He was good down near the red zone. He's a matchup problem that you know this quarterback is going to be trying to find early in this game. The defense has to have a plan for him, David. It'll be interesting to see how they try to defend him.
Well, and that's the problem. It's so hard when your best playmaker is a tight end to plan for him, because how you treat him is everything, and they can still run the football with him, and they can still throw it to him, and he's just a nightmare matchup. And, you know, you want to slow him down, like make some of those easy touches a little bit harder for him, but you know he's going to get his.
Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. And the Rebels decide to punt it away. Gonna field this one in tight quarters. They swarm him under for no gain. The Mean Green offense heads out onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And I'm not surprised, right? Like, they go to him again. Last drive, he did an unbelievable job. And if I'm this defense, just keep honing in, right? Like, making sure he has to earn it. Making sure a lot of people get near him. Continue to hit this running back. Try to slow him down and cool him off.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Running inside. It's White. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. North Texas will have to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. Pretty solid coverage there. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Working well behind the sticks on second down. The give, it's Glover. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got him. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. And the Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Caught in the backfield, it's Lions. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Gonna run it, it's Thomas. And they're able to get him on the ground. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. First down and more. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down.
And that's good enough for first down.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Glover. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Makes the catch. It's Burnett. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play.
First down for the offense.
Going to the running game. Makes a man miss. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Rebels kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Running the red zone. It's Thomas. This time stopped in the backfield and finding the sledding a little tougher than on that last run. The negative play leaves him with 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. After the whistle, there is a man who has yet to leave the field, and they'll check on him. That is the senior linebacker who's been shaken up. Holly Rowe will give us an update on his condition. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Vegas.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
He'll bring it back looking for help. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody's... North Texas sends the offense out to get this drive going. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
North Texas could see if they can get a chunk play here on 2nd and inches. They'll go right back to it. Quick spin on the ride. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
And that's the second time today, man. Like, you see, it looks like he's going in fast forward. He's got some jets, man. This guy can really, really move. This offense does such a nice job of finding creative ways to get him the football. And we've already seen it today. A couple of explosive plays, and they're going to continue to feature this young man.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Jackson gonna throw it. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
The Mean Green will have to reach into that playbook here on 3rd and long. The run inside. It's White. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. They bring the punter onto the field now. Second time today they've been forced to punt. He gets a block. They'll put a stop to that return. Rebels offense is back on the field. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And, David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. A run for the quarterback. Just a gain of 2, and now they're looking at 3rd and 8. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. The Rebels have their offense in high gear. Motion from the wideout. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. To the air on 2nd down. Caught over the middle, it's Lyons. He's brought down quickly, minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense got it, they're on the run. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And I tell you what, as a defense, you just got to stick with it. You got to keep playing, keep chasing. These QBs can do this. You watch them scramble around outside the pocket, gain some yards, but great job by the defense continuing to pursue, make the hit, cause the fumble.
North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
Short completion on first down, and here they are with 2nd and 8. Push down for the tackle.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
It'll be 3rd and long. Jackson will throw. Lost one deep down the right side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. North Texas will have to punt it away. No fair catches here, looking for room. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Running inside, it's Thomas. Crosses the 40. Still on his feet at the 45. They'll finally pull him down after the big gain inside the 20-yard line, but it might all be for naught. There is a penalty marker on the play. Some penalties hurt a little bit more or a lot more than other ones. That one wipes out a huge gain. Using his legs, it's Thomas. Finding some room. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a 1st down. They're going to ride this running back. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll run it from the gun. Runs through a tackle. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. And the Rebels with the 1st and 10. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Fires to the tight end. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. So now it's 2nd and long. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Thomas. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. They'll move the wide receiver. Spins away from the defense. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. Both teams wanted to run the football. Let's see how these two guys are doing so far. They fought to a standstill in the 1st. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the 2nd quarter. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. He'll keep it on 2nd down. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. And they've moved their way down, but still they need 2 more yards. Can they bang it in with the running game on? Touchdown, Rebels! Fitted in the window for the score.
And I think this is really the separators in good offense and great offense. Can you throw the football inside the 5-yard line with the tight windows? He can. Nice strike, nice catch, nice execution.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They took it 64 yards right down the field. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. After that kick out of bounds. The run inside. It's White. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
You got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football.
UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Running inside, it's Thomas. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Working the middle. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. And the Rebels come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Looking for a crease. It's Glover.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Quarterback keep. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Shoots it to the left. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Kick is in the air. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really own end. They'll mark it around the 10. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Got enough for the 1st. He's all the way across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41 in the running game, getting it done.
And that's what this offense needs, man. They need to do this, but they need to put several together. Back-to-back punts on their last 2 possessions. A lot of times that can wear your defense out, right? Playing so many snaps. This offense just keep being focused, executing on 3rd down.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket, collapse it, and come away with the sack.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Jackson gonna throw it. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Man, there are defensive players out there that can just take games over, and that's what's happening with this guy right now. He is not cooperating with the offensive game plan. A sack on 2 consecutive plays, and now on 3rd down, you know he's pinning his ears back again.
Setting up the screen. didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. North Texas will have to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Makes a nice grab at the 25. Time before he's brought down. UNLV will start this drive as the offense is out there and ready to cook. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Zings it complete to the right. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. The Rebels will bring the punt team onto the field. He ought to get a little help on this one with that strong wind at his back. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Tries to find a little more running. Stopped at the 36. The Mean Green offense heads out onto the field. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. You might get away with grabbing just about anything except the face mask. Got to keep those hands below the face mask. 3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Alexander.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They go to the draw. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
It's 3rd down, and the line to gain is the 36. Jackson will throw. He makes the grab. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Milner. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots.
Makes the grab in their space. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. A senior defensive tackle being looked at by medical personnel. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on how he's doing. He wants to throw it again. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Things just not going as easy for this guy as they did his last game out. Last time he completed over 70% of his throws. This week, though, defense taking some throws away. They've made some plays. He just hasn't been quite spot on with his accuracy. He's going to have to play better.
And I'm not surprised with the run, and I'm not going to be surprised if they run it again, right? This offense now set up. They put a drive together. 1st and goal. Who can be more physical? The line of scrimmage is critically important when the field starts to shrink. Let's see who can bow up and make a play here.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Mean Green.
Wow, this knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, and knocked it right down the middle. So they take advantage of good field position and move it 46 yards. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. UNLV will start this drive. The offense out there ready to go. Some misdirection with the counter. Picks up the first down. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
They come through with the explosive play, and they'll have the first down, but we see a man who is slow to get up, and let's check on him. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. The run inside. It's Glover. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. The Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. On the ground, it's Thomas. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Might as well stick with him. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23. Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to come. Got a little grass. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. Looking downfield on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Burnett. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Rebels are threatening on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Rebels. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we're going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Running inside, it's White. Makes it past the marker. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
How nice is it as a play caller when you've got a running back as good as this guy, right? I mean, you can just dial up conservative run calls. Nothing has to be too tricky, too fancy. You just know he's going to go make good things happen. Even when it's not blocked properly, he is still finding ways to rip off long runs. This guy now has over 150 yards rushing in the game. Doesn't look like he's slowing down, guys.
Yeah, and you see some quarterbacks who hesitate to throw the ball over the middle. I love it when you attack the whole field. And the middle of the field and being able to throw over linebackers and between safeties is a big skill. But show that defense. You will attack everywhere.
Jackson gonna throw it. Firing to the right, complete. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Yeah, and that's back-to-back games. This guy's notched a sack. Starting to be a problem. A guy that's diagnosing passes, rushing the passer really, really well. This defense could use this guy's production consistently.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's second and long here. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
It's complete to the right. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. Now we get a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. Field goal is good. That'll bring him to...
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. To the air on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Burnett. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the 1st down. Got to use their time wisely. Wants to throw it again. Makes the catch. It's Thomas. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. 1 more snap coming before halftime. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking deep down the right side. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, so much to get you updated on, so let's get right to it here from the EA Sports College Football Update Desk. We start with a look at Ohio State taking on the number 21 team, the Texas Longhorns. And it's the Buckeyes, keeping things within arm's reach here in this ranked-on-ranked battle. I think the plan here is just to get to halftime, then figure out a way to pull this out in the second half. Now back over to your game in Denton. What an effective job both of these teams have done running the football. Both have gone over 100 yards, and it's because both have committed to pounding the rock. Credit these coordinators with sticking to the game plan. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at lovely Dat-Q Stadium.
North Texas will kick it off to start things here in the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. UNLV is ready to go back to work on offense. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. And the Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quick completion to the right. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Gives it on the option. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. He's going to take off. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. The Rebels will call on their punt team. And that ball will sail into the... Keeping it on the ground inside. It's White. Turning it on! They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Open a drive like that, it opens a world of possibilities. First down from the 43. Jackson will throw. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Well, that's disappointing for the offense because that's a play that you rep all week long in practice. You should be able to hit that one no problem. And the QB receiver couldn't come up with a completion.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Maybe some room here. The huge play gets him into scoring territory, and that marker on the field almost certainly is going to put them even closer. It's been said over and over. Have to protect players' head and neck area. This penalty so important at the college level. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Touchdown, North Texas! With that,
I know it's early this year, but it's obvious this guy is a focal point in this offense. After having 2 touchdowns in his first game, he gets on the board here. Doesn't matter where he lines up. They find ways to get him the football, and defenses just have not been able to figure him out.
On the run from inside his own 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tied game, hoping to get something on the board. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll go right back to the run. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the counter. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down. Got 8 on first down. Now looking at a 2nd and 2. The give to the back. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That's the senior safety being evaluated by medical personnel. Holly will let us know what's going on with him. Wide receiver comes in motion. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. They've got a really good drive going, but a little speed bump here at 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. That holding call threw him in reverse. Now it's 2nd and long. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And the timing just a hair off. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, only a place to be tackled immediately. The Rebels line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at... North Texas sends the offense out to get this drive going. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. The give to the running back from the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And this D needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
North Texas has it going to work with another first down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. There's a little room there. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the officials spy that face mask penalty, and the offense gets a first down. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. The run inside. It's Alexander. Strikes first, delivers the punch, and works his way to the 31.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And this is exactly what you want to see from this offense. The defense forced a turnover, puts you in a great position. Now, put a few first downs together. Ultimate goal is to capitalize on it, punch it in the end zone. But nice job moving the football little by little, trying to get this touchdown.
Pressure coming. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. They're dealing with a second and long. Might be calling a hot route. Jackson gonna throw it. This time he's got it. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down.
Snags it, and he's open. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. While they have a look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Hand off from the shotgun. Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. And he was shooting for the end zone there, and they couldn't make the completion. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. Right on target the first time, now he'll try another from 24 yards out. They double their lead up to 6 here in the third quarter.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Running inside, it's Thomas. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to pass. That's reeled in, it's Glover. Nice move, creates some space. Carried it all the way down to the 35-yard line before they finally got him stopped. Big play on the catch. It'll be enough to move the change, but there is a man still down on the field. They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. Fires to the big fella. Excellent job rallying to the ball, and they knock him down. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver going in motion. Quick release on the RPO. And tackled there by the defense. This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? Might have a chance. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. Really nice job to move the ball on the ground like that in the big game, but we will need to check on an injured player. And the Rebels pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Here's the pressure. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. He got it, beat down in bounds.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Room but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. There he goes. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. You can feel the momentum starting to swing in this stadium. It's 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Alexander. Still running at the 40. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
Jackson will throw. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection.
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% a season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find something to get this offense going. But right now, just off target. Somebody needs to step up, make a...
Maybe a crease. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
Trying to run, it's White. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
The run inside. It's White. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one. As we head to the 4th quarter, this guy is seeing the defense. Look how he spread the ball around. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Complete. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Quarterback will keep it. Touchdown, Mean Green. And they grab.
Man, this is wild late in the game. We're seeing two heavyweight fighters trading blows. The offense scores their last time out. This offense now scores a touchdown here late to get the lead, but there's time left on the clock. Can the defense step up here and make a stop to preserve this win?
And it'll come out to the 25. They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. He's got it on the outside. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. Makes it past the marker. He's wrestled to the ground. They ran the option beautifully, and they pick up the first down. And the Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. Running inside, it's Glover. There's a crease. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10. So now the opportunity with a touchdown to take the lead. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Thomas. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Tight end finds a soft spot. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Gets the back moving. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Flips it out to the back. Touchdown, Rebels. They move on top here in the 4th. The Rebels surge back on top.
Man, how about this quarterback right away seeing, I got to get rid of the football. There's a lot of guys near the line of scrimmage. He spits it out, and I let my receiver do the rest. Let my playmaker make me look really good. Really nice pitch and catch. And guess what? You got the lead now in the 4th quarter.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll go to the air. Snagged out of the air. He'll be stopped short. Still a 1-point game here in the 4th. They had hoped to push this edge out to a field goal, but they were denied. He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22. On that one, his return is stopped short of the 25. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's White. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. They'll try to run for it. Could be an alley. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Kept it on the ground on 1st down. Now back to the line. Jackson gonna throw it. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer, because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block them.
At the 40, there he goes. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On 4th down, going to the air. Still running at the 40. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down, and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
4th down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the 4th down conversion.
North Texas really has it going on offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10.
I love the play call running the football here in the 4th quarter, because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, most.
Touchdown, North Texas! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
Yeah, and a nice job in the 4th. Being on the same page, QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
Quarterback keeps it. He gets it into the end zone for the 2 to push that lead out to 7. They march 78. The field, and they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. On the move from inside his 5. Rebels offense is back on the field. And now this offense needs a late fourth quarter drive to answer that last touchdown. The run inside. It's Thomas. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And that won't quite be enough for the first down as he's knocked down just short of the sticks. The Rebels will line up to punt it away. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 40. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around.
Late in football games, I have a plan. I want to run the football. I want to put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk, keep that clock moving, get a few first downs. And if I get a few first downs with that clock moving, I get the W and get out of here.
Finds a little space. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Yeah, you got to be impressed with this offense, man. Fourth quarter, they've been money. Great job putting drives together. Nice play there as well, but this offense has saved their best for the last part of this football game when they needed it the most.
And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep. That. Eight-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game.
It's got to be tough right now on defense. You need to find a way to get a stop, and you haven't been able to do that in the fourth quarter. You've been giving up points. You just gave up a touchdown in the last drive. You need a turnover. You need to do something right now to stop this momentum.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. After the miscue, 1st and 15 for this offense. The give from the gun. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. From the gun, the ground game. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. I'm sure Holly will find out what's going on, and for the moment, we will step aside. This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, 3rd and long coming. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He's dragged down at the 12. Chip shot field goal range, but might they go for it here on 4th down?
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And it's good! And now the lead is even.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
He'll start this drive firing. A little release to the back. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Rushes on him, and he never had a chance. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Fires on the move. On target to the left. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. They're going to go from their own side to the line quickly. A big play here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He'll try to do it himself. At the 45 on his way. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
This guy is such a competitor, man. He knows his team is down, and they're on the road. They're dealing with the crowd noise. They're dealing with this pass rush. It's late in the game. He's got to make something happen, and he does right there on 4th down. Nothing open. He's able to take off and go get it. He's trying everything that he can do to will his team back into this game.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up.
And the offense, after giving up that sack, they're not going to take time to think about what happened. They're going right back to the line of scrimmage to try to run another play.
Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. Quick snap and a spike to stop the clock. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. Buys a little extra time. Headed to the end zone. He's past the marker in the slide to avoid the hit, but there is a flag down. They had the 1st down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the wideout. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Breaks into the open. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining. On 4th down, looking for the completion. He wants it all. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships, and how do you seal a game? with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team coming to fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.